Hello everyone, welcome to Shrudi's Pharma World. Today let's talk about flocculated and deflocculated suspension. You know what is suspension? Let's start with the definition. Pharmaceutical suspensions may be defined as coarse dispersion in which insoluble solids are suspended in a liquid medium. Usually water or water-based vehicles are used for the preparation of suspension. This suspension is an example for heterogeneous system. Suspension is an example for heterogeneous system. We can call it as biphasic system or coarse dispersion. Pharmaceutical suspensions are of different type. Based on the nature and behavior of solids, suspensions are classified into two. Mainly, suspensions are divided into two based on the nature and behavior of solids. That is, flocculated and deflocculated suspension. In this figure, you can see deflocculated and flocculated suspension. In deflocculated suspension, solids are present as individual entities. In the case of deflocculated suspension, solids are present as individual entities. In this flocculated system, you can see aggregates. In flocculated system, that small particles aggregate themselves to form flocs. Flocs means these are light, fluffy conglomerates which are held together by chemical bridging. So, deflocculated suspension contain solid particles as individual entities. At the same time, flocculated suspension contain solid particles as flocs. What is flocs? Flocs means the solid particles which is present in the flocculated suspension that aggregate themselves and form flocs. Weak van der Waals force of attraction is responsible for this chemical bridging between that small particles. So, flocculated suspension contain flocs. Deflocculated suspension contain particles as single entity or individually or independently particles present in deflocculated suspension. That is the major difference between flocculated and deflocculated suspension. Let's see what are the other important differences between this flocculated and deflocculated suspension. The first and second points we have already discussed. Deflocculated suspension contain particles individually. Flocculated suspension contain flocs. In flocculated suspension, particles aggregate themselves by chemical bridging. So, flocs are formed in flocculated suspension. In deflocculated suspension, particles settle independently and separately. In flocculated suspension, particles settle as flocs. In deflocculated suspension, you can see particles present as individual entity. So, this deflocculated suspension has a pleasant appearance. In flocculated suspension, because of this flocs, somewhat unsightly sediment will be formed. After sedimentation, you can see clear supernatant liquid in flocculated suspension as compared to deflocculated suspension. Rate of sedimentation is slow in deflocculated suspension because it contains small particles and the particles present as individual entities. Because of this reason, rate of sedimentation will be very slow in deflocculated suspension. But in flocculated suspension, rate of sedimentation is high because flocculated suspension contain flocs or aggregates. These flocs are formed by the aggregation of light, fluffy conglomerates. Small particles are aggregate to form flocs. Because of this reason, rate of sedimentation is very high in flocculated suspension as compared to deflocculated suspension. Repulsive force is predominant in deflocculated suspension. Attractive force, weak van der Waals force of attraction is responsible for the formation of flocs in flocculated suspension. So, attractive force is predominant in flocculated suspension. Sediment is closely packed in deflocculated suspension and it forms hard cake. Like this, hard cake is formed in deflocculated suspension. And flocculated suspension contain loosely packed network. So hard cake will not be formed in flocculated suspension. You can see hard cake in deflocculated suspension, and we cannot redisperse this hard cake. In flocculated suspension you can see loose network of particles or aggregates, so we can easily redisperse flocculated suspension. In the potential energy curve, deflocculated suspension represent primary minimum and flocculated suspension represent secondary minimum. Bioavailability of deflocculated suspension is very high as compared to flocculated suspension. In deflocculated suspension, particles present as individual entities and the particle size is also very less. So bioavailability is very high in deflocculated suspension as compared to flocculated suspension. So these are the important difference between flocculated and deflocculated suspension. If you have any doubt in this, please comment below. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Till the next time, stay fabulous and stay blessed. Check out my other videos. Thank you.